I'm really very excited because we are discussing about the topic.
And how do you think that lack of soft skill impact team or project? To why soft skill matters so much? So
About the soft skill, everyone's growth. It's funny that because when we are first start our job, so our more focus on the technical skills, on the we cannot consider the soft, consider the communication. Be more often that we need to be very job specific. We need to be very technological. Technologies.
So, what's more important in the workplace, empathy or a sense of humor?
For me, it's empathy.
In your opinion, what's the most underrated soft skill that everybody should master?
I think adaptability. Sometimes we can just avoid about such type of soft skills because
Soft skill do you think are the most important in today's workplace?
So develop this soft skill. This soft skill is very important in your personal life, in your professional life, because communication is very important, and this you need to develop this soft.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of HR Unscripted. I'm Deepika, and today we are diving into a topic that's often talked about but still doesn't get the attention it deserves. That is soft skills. And not to forget, I have also shared my tips and tricks that how one can develop this soft skill. Now for today, but today we are inviting a special guest, Himanshi Garg. She's coming on the first time on this my podcast. So thank you so much, Himanshi, for joining in with today. Yes, Himanshi.
Okay, thank you so much, Deepika, for having me here, and I'm really very excited because we are discussing about the topic about the soft skills. Because especially this topic is all about which is helpful for I think for the everyone's growth.
True.
So that's why thank you so much for inviting me for this.
Great. So to start off, let's clarify first that what we mean by soft. Always a lot of people think that being technically skilled is enough. But soft skills are really about how you interact with others, because that's really very crucial in coming era. And in this era, you need to be presentable, right? So because they include things like communication, teamwork, adaptability, and emotional intelligence. What do you say, Himanshi?
Definitely, Deepika, exactly. You are right, and it's really funny that because when we are first start our career and first start our job, so our more focus on the technical skills, on the hard skills. We cannot consider the soft skills. We cannot consider the communication skills that much. Be more often that we need to be very job specific. We need to be very technology specific. We need to understand the technologies. We can just sometimes we can just avoid about such type of soft skills because and it is very important because when we have realized that how important it is the soft skill, that why important is the communication, that communication is very effective to achieve anything in the company, and to definitely to resolve the conflicts, because when we are working in a team, so definitely the communication is the key. So communication is the main, for me the communication is the main soft skill that everyone needs to develop in themselves, whether they have the technical skills, whether they have the job specific skills, but the communication is the main skill that everyone should have it. And so that the collaboration with the other team members, or even the team members of our teams is will be very easier through that. So that
basically, even for it's become more crucial to those who are starting their career off, because when you are joining the interview for the first time, that how do you communicate, how do you present yourself, and I think at that time the soft skill really play good crucial role over there, because at that time you might not have a technical knowledge, right? So let's dive into why soft skill matters so much. So I would like to know about your experience, that how have soft skill impacted your own work?
For me, as I have already said you, for me it's about the communication. So whether it with colleagues, whether it with clients, or whether it with the managers or with the leaders, so clear communication has helped us to avoid misunderstanding, to avoid the conflicts, and to ensure the smooth running of any project. So if I'm taking my example, so in Nirogam, I have handled so many projects. So for an example, we have a one project of the mono cartons, that we need to introduce the mono cartons for our Amazon shipment. So in that area also the communication helped me so much, because I need to interact very much with the marketing team for that. I need to interact with the other vendors for that. For one vendor, I need to interact with one vendor to create the digital template of the mono carton. I need to contact the one vendor for the printing of the mono carton. So all of this is only happened with this soft skill, with this communication skill. Because if I am not able to handle it properly, so I cannot complete that work, or even any kind of work cannot be happened if we don't have that soft skill.
So to give our audience a hint that Himanshi is working in the logistic and operation department, and she is handling all of the operations department. So for her, the mono carton work is one of the crucial thing that she has to do, and at the first time that she has to do the marketing, communication, and all the other cross department team, right? So you know what, as you are Himanshi working in an operation department, right? And I can totally relate to that, because in my role I'm working in an HR department. I think their soft skills really matter, very crucial, because for me empathy and listening, right, have been crucial, because I have to listen, right? So it's all about that. When you can understand someone else's perspective, whether we in any department, in a digital marketing department, let's say in your operations department, it really makes problem solving and teamwork so much easier. Because I feel that soft skill is all about the teamwork. It's not just about that how individual you are doing it. It's a teamwork, and that really play a huge role in shaping the culture of the entire workplace. Let's continue with our discussion and now discuss that how do you think that lack of soft skill impact team or projects? Can you have any practical experience with that, where anything that happened with you, anything that you'd like to share with our viewer?
So definitely for sure that I remember a time when the lack of communication led to me a major misalignment of the work. So if, for an example, as you can know that we a very big challenge for our one of our shipment, that is, and I think this has happened due to the miscommunication, due to the alignment of the task. Because on this project I know this is my job, that I need to communicate with all the team member, all the persons who are indulging in that task. But that time I have not communicating them directly. That's why the miscommunication and the misalignment has happened with. And after that, you have also seen that when we have started the communication, when we have started the meetings, so now the shipment is very sorted now. Take any other things for this shipment, we don't need to spend much more time on that shipment. So this is happened definitely due to the communication, due to the due to that soft skill only.
I think a lot of things can tackle when you are having those soft skill of communication, the leadership and all those, because one can definitely need the soft skill to even share their problem, right? That I'm facing this challenge, and there is a way to say, right? And everybody is, I feel that everybody is not even good with expressing themselves. That's also count in the soft skill, that I'm having a problem, because they do have a lot of things going back in their mind, right? So I think one of the crucial thing also, why miscommunication and misunderstanding happen, because we don't know how to express those things. And that's also counts in the soft skill, because technically nobody will tell you that how to do. Let's move ahead and let's talk about something about leadership, because leadership is also in another area, because where definitely the soft skills are crucial. Even let's suppose let's take an example of your mono carton or talking about the leadership really play a good role, because you express yourself and your leader were there to share, right? And solve your issue, right? Because if you don't have to be in, let's suppose, in the management position to practice leadership, definitely anyone can lead by example, and you have a greater example how other member managed it. So how have you seen that leadership influenced by soft skill? Tell me.
So yes, Deepika, and I have noticed that the leaders who are good in empathy, good in managing the things, and they are good in conflict resolutions. So they have just more engaged with their team members. And I think the leader who listen carefully, who listen very well, can motivate and understand their team member needs, and he or she can build the trust among their team, and he or she can create the positive environment among their team members in the team. So I think leadership also plays a very big role in managing the soft skills among the team members.
True.
Definitely.
Definitely, because absolutely, I suppose at that time, what if your manager were not listening to you, right? So you can always have an example that in a worst scenario that anything that happened, you should be listening to somebody, right? You
Right.
should be communicating what you are thinking about those projects or those anything that you are facing,
Right.
right? Because it's all about human connection, right? And basically a team led by someone who can listen, empathize and adapt will always perform better in the long run. And that's
Right.
why developing, I think, soft skill is really so important. And even if you are not aiming for a formal leadership role right away, you can practice those skills, soft skill, talking to someone nicely, saying a good thing, empathizing with your team member, right? That's
Yes.
also a leadership quality that you will build over a time.
Absolutely right. Correct.
And do you think that employees value leaders with a strong soft skill more? What traits do you think a great leader must have today?
So I think Deepika, definitely like in today's work culture, so employee appreciate leaders who shows empathy
True.
mostly, because an employee wants that his leader or her leader is handle him very empathetically, and he or she would be very transparent about the work. He or she would be give the respect to them. uh, People want to treat like that their contribution is valuable for the company. So
Sure.
it's not like that manager is taking all the means all the
Credit.
benefits, all the credits about any project.
Hmm.
So definitely it is important for the employee to engage with their manager, and it's manager's responsibility, it's a leader responsibility that he or she can treat their employees equally, and they need to be contribute equally in that project, and he or she should be give the credit to their team members also, for any project, for any work, because and I think that can be only happen when a leader create a supportive environment. So I think this can be only happen through the soft skill, when you have developed the soft skill, when you have developed the ability to communicate with their team members, to know the team member that how he want to work, how he or she want to work, what is the problem he or she is facing in the particular project. So that can be happen only in that way. The manager can support their team members in that way only.
Thank you. And I think that would be really beneficial for our viewer to listen that how this miscommunication, that how the team building activities, how one can empathize with the team member can really help build a good relationship also, and also help somebody in fostering their career, building their career, right? Because personal professional growth only doesn't depend on the technical things that you know, but it also depends on that how you are collaborating with the team member and how you are solving your problem, right? And even if you are not a leader, right, and you are going to start, because in your career you are always, it's not like always you will be the one who is working, but at some certain time you have to lead a team, right? So I think these starting with these soft skills really help you in building your team in a better way and guiding your team in a better way. I think these are the very little skills that you can practice in your daily life
Right.
with your self awareness. So now I think with that, Himanshi, I would now like to ask you that could you please tell us that how we can improve our soft skill? What are the things that been helpful for you in developing your own soft skill?
So I think Deepika, for me, it's all about the practice and the self-awareness.
True.
So one thing that has helped me, or I think that can help others as well, to improve the soft skills is by you can improve the active listening. You can improve your listening skills, because if you want to communicate with anyone, so first of all you need to develop your listening skills. If you cannot understand that what the other is saying to you, so there is no meaning of communicating to each other. So for me, one thing is you have to work on your active listening, and definitely you have to be open about the feedbacks. You have to be very open about the feedbacks. Also, practicing empathy and staying patient during the tough situations. Like there are many things happen in the among the team member, that there are many times it happened that the crisis has come. There are sometimes that all the team members has been like grab in some project, they are stuck in some project. So in that kind of situation, so you need to maintain the patience. So you need to maintain these also are comes in the soft skills like empathy, patience, and the active listening. So you can practice all of this, and I think these can be has made a very big differences. So I think continuous learning and the self awareness is the key as well for also for improving or developing your soft skills.
Definitely, because I would like to also highlight that one point that you mentioned, that is self-aware, right?
Yes.
Because you are the one person that you can analyze yourself better than other. Even definitely the others can give you the feedback to improve, but you are the one who can definitely correct yourself, and you can observe yourself that where you are going wrong, why you are always getting the feedback like this, right? So you are the one who needs to be self-aware about your thing, that where you are going wrong, understand those, that what are the skills that, let's suppose in some way I'm not listening to you, so somebody will definitely tell you, and you will also notice that, oh no, I'm just telling, I'm just keeping always telling, not listening to my team, right? So these all are the depend on the how self aware you are and how you are ready to take that feedback and work on that. Now what advice would you give to someone who struggle with developing soft skill, and where should they start? That's an important
Uh,
question.
so Deepika, for me, I think focusing on understanding the other's perspective and improving your communication skills is one advice is that I would like to give to as I have already said that to practice the self awareness, practice the empathy, and of course, and take small steps to communicate with your team member, to aware about how your actions impact on your team members, how your actions impact on others. So it will also help you to develop these soft skills in you and even in your team members as well, because when they have seen to you that how you are behaving with them, so they also have to start, they also are start getting means behaving like same. If you are a leader, if you are a leader or leading to any project or any team, so this is all the responsibility. And even if you are not a leader or you are not leading any of team, so I think it is also important in our personal lives as well, because I think soft skills is also very important in our personal life, because when in our day to day life, like we are meeting many of people, when we are going to our jobs, when we are going to shopping, so we are meeting many of people. So I think soft skill is very important, because if you are not behaving properly with the other person, so he or she will also not behaving like you with with that type that you want from them. So this is my only advice.
That's wonderful. That's great. So now, as you know, that our workplace is getting shift, right? Because our workplace culture is getting shift due to hybrid, remote models. All of the things are now we are introducing after COVID, right? So how do you think that the soft skills, with that shift, the soft skills are really becoming even more critical, right? So how do you think that remote work has impacted the importance of soft skills?
So I think Deepika, soft skills like time management, clear communication, and emotional intelligence are very important. That in even remote settings as well, because without face-to-face interaction, it is easy to for misunderstandings to happen, because we are not seeing to each other, we are not just sitting behind to each other. So there is a chance of misunderstanding, miscommunication happens many times, because we are on we all only depend on the technology right now. So might be there is a chance when we are talking to each other, there might be a chance that the internet connection got lost, and there are many things that can be happen that. So I think this leads to the misunderstanding and miscommunication. But if you are good at the communication and staying connecting with your team, that communication is like when you are communicating to each other, then after the communication you are just sending him the return notes that what you are communicating. So this will also helps your team to develop the soft skill to manage your work, even if we are working on in the remote settings as well. So this such things can smoother the remote work.
Definitely, because you know what, as we both are, you are sometime working on the from the office, and I'm working permanently from work from home. Definitely, if I do not communicate, if I don't have those soft skills at how I can manage my work, then that remote work will not going to be successful. right? Because one need to understand, empathize that okay, there's something might happening at their end, or like that's those stuff. That's minute thing that we need to take care when we are working remotely. So I think the only soft skill can help you get rid of those, I think. So that's really crucial. It's become really crucial, exactly, because a work thing like, let's suppose things like empathy and adaptability help really keep the team aligned. And even when you can't meet in a person, soft skills are truly becoming the glue that holds modern teams together. What do you think?
Definitely it's a bit more challenging, but not impossible. So people need to be more international and intentional and connecting with their team members. So it is very important. Like we can connect through the video calls, we can connect through the regular check-ins, we can we can meet them in the events, like in virtual events. We can talk to the each other without even with without any work. Like it's not compulsory that we can talk to each other if we have any work or if we have any project. We can talk to each other like anytime. Like we can just hang out. We can just do the hangout with each other. So it's about the finding way to just stay connecting with your team members, even if you are working virtually.
Definitely true. He said, because there are a lot of things that technology are coming up. You can connect with ample of things, right? Every day somebody is launching a new AI tool. Every day somebody is launching a new video tool, right? Because that's going to be the future of working. So definitely, because thank you so much for giving us tools that what we can use to connect, right, in the remote settings, and how we can do that. Thank you so much. And I think, well, this been such an insightful conversation with you. I think we have really highlighted just how important soft skills are, whether you are starting out in your career or looking step into a leadership role. Right, Himanshi? Before ending, I would like you to ask you some rapid fire questions with you. And it will be one word question maybe. And if you want to explain it, you can explain it to our viewers. So now let's
Sure.
and I'm dropping you the first question. Are you ready, Himanshi?
Yes.
Okay, so what's more important in the workplace, empathy or a sense of humor?
Okay. So for me, it's empathy, definitely.
Wonderful. Now let's move ahead to the second question. What's your secret soft skills superpower?
Good listening, because you can soft skill because you can only communicate when you are a good listener.
That's really a good one. Okay, now tell me that do you think that small talk is a skill or just polite torture?
uh, it can be both, because sometimes what happen, like sometimes it's not necessary that you need to talk or on a very longer time. Like if you have anything you need to explain somebody to something, so you can explain him in a very short term. So it is not like compulsory, so it can be both.
What's harder for you, solving a problem or explaining it to your boss?
So I think explaining it to your boss, or not about not to the boss, or to explain it to the anybody, any of the person, because solving a problem is, I think, easier to explaining the things to others.
Yeah, so I think that's where the soft skills matter. That's where you
Obviously, if you don't get the solution, so you can definitely reach to the person. Just not stick to that only.
definitely. So to all our viewers, just build your soft skill, so that's how you can even explain it to your team member. Great. Okay. So now I'll be asking you another question. How do you handle giving feedback when you really want to say this is awful? Oh, this is awful.
So for me, I mostly focus on being constructive and offering the suggestions for improvement, rather than just pointing out that what is wrong, or just rather than just giving like this is wrong, just to do it or just correct it. So I always prefer that to give the suggestion to the person, give my recommendations if I am thinking like this is wrong, or even if I'm thinking that this is okay, but this is my suggestion. If you can take this suggestion, you can take.
Great. Okay. So now the next question. What's your secret to staying motivated on Monday morning?
Just do meditation.
Okay.
So and not for the Monday morning. Just do meditation every day, and just have one energy drink. Like some people drink coffee in the morning, some people drink, my energy drink is like green tea. I prefer green tea. So I would suggest like just to have any energy drink in the morning. Okay. Just energize or just channelize yourself, especially for the Monday morning when anybody can come from the weekend.
Great, great, great. Okay, so now the next question. If you had to teach a course on one soft skill, what would
Would be mastering in communication.
Great, great. Okay. We will be asking you to give training to others on mastering communication. Active listening had a theme song. What would it be?
There is a one song by which is sung by the Alice Keys, that is If You Listen. So I would.
So, in your opinion, what's the most underrated soft skill that everybody should master?
I think adaptability. Everybody should be adaptable.
Thanks again for joining in me today, Himanshi. Do you have any final word you would like to tell to our viewers?
So I just only I would like just only suggest to the viewer just to be open in the communication. So develop this soft skill. This soft skill is very important in your personal life, in your professional life. Without this soft skill, you can not. I don't think you can reach to any of the level. So because communication is very important, and this you need to develop this soft skill. Even in the coming era, जो भी हमारा time आ रहा है, like technology is so vast and everything is like so vast. So you need to develop this skill.
Yeah, definitely. Because things are getting and everything is developing right in their own way. So one need to, if you want to improve yourself, you need to have the soft skill, because soft skill give you a chance to adapt, to do the communication right, adapt to the things that you might not be aware about, right? Because we do have a live example of COVID where we adapt to that situation, and those adapted to those situations because they do have these skills in themselves, right? So that's it for this conversation on the soft skill. I hope to everybody, that those who are watching us liked our video. And to our viewers, I do have one question for you: that what soft skill do you think are the most important in today's workplace? You need to comment us in the below. And if you want any other topic to discuss in the next video, please write down too. And don't forget to check out our all the videos that we are putting across on the channel HR Unscripted. Till then, see you in the next video. Bye bye. Take care.